This is episode 8 of Fresh Graduates. Me and David, we're from the magistrates. My name is Kevin. I'm one of your hosts. Listen to this show in the morning making toast. Watch it on YouTube. I don't know what rhymes with YouTube, but welcome.
Where are you guys? What's going on?
Okay. DJ Kev, word out.
Did you have that prepared before?
No, I didn't.
Wow. You're a rapper.
Call me Kanye.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Thank you for joining in again, and hope you like this new setup.
We're back, new room. Had a couple issues today. We have a couple issues every week, actually, but
Just remember,
we made it.
we're renting our place, but I think the other spot, it just
Had
a
mold.
couple. Yeah, it had a couple mold, and then the other
Flooded.
spot had
Rats.
like rats.
Yeah.
And so this one, apparently, they said it's pretty good. So we're here, I think, just for this week. Hopefully, our other spot is gonna be all good.
It is a very nice room, this room, so I
Yeah.
wouldn't mind staying here, but
yeah,
honestly, it's up to
yeah.
you guys.
Anyways, how is life going on, Kev?
I'm
I
great.
realize that's the question we should be asking instead of how are you going? I didn't, I felt awkward with the how are you going?
Yeah, life's been good. My kids are getting up there in age. I don't know. I feel like my marriage is falling apart a little bit.
Jeez.
Yeah, how's yours? I heard you were a bit sick this week.
Oh man. Yeah, no, guys. There's something going on in the water, or something going on in the air. Maybe it's the vaccines finally coming back to get us. But
I'm not sick. What are you saying then?
yeah, I think we're all gonna get sick one by one. But nah, I'm joking. I hope not. But yeah, man, like this week I had the worst food bug I've ever had in my life. Usually when I have some sort of stomach ache, I get over it over one day. This one, man, woo, whole week, man, a whole week.
So
And
that Filipino rubbish diet is finally getting to you, huh?
I don't know what it is. It might be, but man, it reminded me of good days. Good days when I shat my pants. Oh, we're gonna beat that out.
I'm glad you recovered. How much weight did you lose?
I have no idea, but the whole time I just felt like I was pregnant the whole time. Like, wake up, just bloated. Lunchtime, I don't even want to eat. I'm bloated, and then by the time I get back home, man, I'm just like let loose, and it was an avalanche, guys. It was an avalanche. So that was my week, man. And thank you, God, I'm all good now.
Yeah, thank you.
Week and a half. It's been bad, man. It's been bad. But have you heard anything from your interviews yet, or?
No, not yet. I think they might have watched the show and been like, "Oh, this guy's a bit of an
Awesome.
idiot." Yeah, we don't want him around in my workplace. Get him out of here.
But what would you do if they're just like, we're gonna watch a couple more episodes to see how they're gonna still do? And
If that's the case, hey, work.
what are your weaknesses, Kev?
Oh, my weaknesses is that I just don't have any at all. It's my weakness.
And what are your
girls.
strengths? That I segment last week for the interview. I like that. I feel like we should keep giving some sort of value to our listeners, man. What do you reckon for today's segment?
I didn't get to ask you, by the way. How is your life?
How's my life? Yeah, man. I just told you. I just had diarrhea for like a week and a half, so that's my life.
Kids good. Marriage is good.
Yeah.
Mortgage is good.
Mortgage is good.
Car's good.
Inflation is good. Life is good. Oh yeah. I'm about to start on my first shift back at my first employer. That's gonna be an exciting
Thanks.
time. Nah, they didn't hire me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But that spot, times are tough, guys, and thank God we even made time just for this podcast day, because we are about to not go through with it because they were asking me to work, and I'm just like, nah, I got a podcast and it's way more important than this. So this actually makes me money.
One day. So how do you feel? Do you feel a bit rusty going back? Can't open your boxes quick enough?
Yeah. So
Don't know where your Stanley knife
FYI,
is. What's going on?
I'm stocking shelves again, and it's gonna be a good time. I'm really keen to work again because I don't know. after like sitting on a desk, like wait, is it on a desk or in a desk? On a desk?
Sitting next to a desk.
Yeah, under a desk.
What the hell?
Cool. Sitting on a desk, right? Let's just
This
say
is
that.
diarrhea, guys.
For 8 hours, like when you go to like a job that you're moving like all the time, like for 5 hours, I think it's pretty decent. So it gets you out of that stagnation, if that's even a word, man. If that's a word. So I'm keen. I'm keen just to see all my old mates
Put
because
some loads.
yeah,
Put
all
some
my old
stock
mates,
some shelves.
they're keen to see me and work again. And some of the guys there, man, they've been working there like 7-8 years, and it's
Proud of you. What?
it's good. That was so sarcastic.
What?
It's good to be back, boys. Good to be back, and I just want to say thank you to God because for sure, there's no way that I would have gotten that job again. It's I think it's a privilege to have a second job, and yeah, it's good to be back. Well, what are your terms if someone like if Woolies ask you to come back?
Ask me.
Oh, Kev, like, you just reminded me. You were one of my best workers, and I've just been really struggling with our team members lately.
I'm gonna stop you right there.
If
I'm just gonna stop you right there.
if we give you
I'm good, thank you. I'm good, thank you.
$50 an hour,
I'm good, thank you.
work 20 hours a week.
50 is not that bad.
50 is pretty good. Is that how much a duty manager would make?
How much is that? Is that 400 for 20 hours?
Yeah, 400 for 20.
Oh, no, wait, no.
Oh no,
No,
it'd
it's
be
1,000.
Like,
It's 1,000.
yeah, 1,000.
Yeah, no, we're
$1,000.
No, it's 2,000 bucks.
2,000.
Wait, 50 times 20.
5 times 2.
10.
$1,000,
Oh.
dude.
Okay.
1,000
Well, we just been
bucks.
exposed.
Yeah. All right, don't get any advice
Okay,
from
I
us,
actually
guys.
might do it then. That's pretty good for 20 hours.
Can I just explain to you a dilemma that I experienced today? It was pure frustration. I just have a grudge against Asian families. I'm gonna just say this right here. Remember, guys, don't take anything to heart. Anything we say, we love all races, we love all types of people,
Agreed.
and we have no hate in our hearts. It's all love in our hearts in reality. But today, I had never been so frustrated about being Asian, like in all my life, because I was preparing myself to go to work, and my mornings are really bad. They're like I'm rushing all the time, and I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna like cook rice the night before, and I'm gonna grab like a can of tuna to go to work, right? And then that's my lunch. I'm like, all right, this is gonna be sweet, like fresh rice, Master Chef. Anyways, as I'm about to leave my the next day, so it's the next morning, as I'm about to leave, I'm just like, oh, there's sardines like in the pantry instead of tuna. And like as a Filipino, there's like there's this specific brand that's like marinated in like Filipino like herbs and spices or whatever, and it's really spicy. And I saw this clear container in the fridge, and it was there, and I was just like, oh, I'll grab that. And I'm like, I'm so keen. So all day I was looking forward to eating rice and sardines, and then I get the container, I microwave my rice, I open it, and inside are olives and capsicums. and I was so like, I was fuming so hard because literally I was looking forward to this part of my day, like lunchtime, the whole day, and then I just get olives and capsicum for lunch. And so I was just like, you know what, I'm just gonna go out buy food. But I swear it's an Asian thing to like use an existing container, put something else in it, and just trickster everyone, man.
It's like those big boxes of cookies
Yes, exactly.
where our parents would put sewing needles and fabric and all that in it. I've had that before. I understand your pain.
And that was literally the memory I like remembered. I'm just like, man, like only Asians do these things where it's already a container for something else, but because we don't want to waste, we're gonna put something else in it. And so, yeah, that was my lunch today. Pretty pissed off, but yeah,
What's wrong with
A-
olives and capsicum?
Asians
Christ.
having a Asian heritage is good and bad in its ways. That's a bad one.
Can I tell you about my one random encounter this week?
Yeah, go.
Quickly before we jump into anything
Yep.
too
Yeah.
crazy. So I was in Footscray.
Mm.
I was in my car, pulled up at a red light. A car pulls up next to me.
What is it with you and driving though? Yeah.
Car pulls up next to me. He rolls down his window.
Mm.
There's some, I want to say, like 50-year-old Indian
Oh, okay.
guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He just looks at me,
Mm.
tells me to pull down my window, does this, just points at me, and he does this.
Mm. Mm.
And
What'd you do?
I'm like, sorry, what are you talking about? And he
he-
points again,
Mm.
and he just goes,
Oh.
and I'm like, dude, what are you saying?
Wait. So, but let's. I want more clarification on the situation. So, he has no hands on the steering wheel at this point.
There's a red light.
Oh, it's a red
Yeah,
light.
it's a
But
red light.
he literally takes both his
Yeah.
hands.
And he
And starts
goes
saying this.
like that.
Huh.
I'm there for maybe 8 seconds because I'm trying to work out what this guy is trying to say. And then I go to him, oh, what are you like trying to tell me?
Yeah.
And then he goes, oh yeah, your petrol flank thing is open.
Oh.
And I'm like, oh, okay.
Out of every way
Thanks.
that you could have told, like he could have
So
told
this
you.
is a petrol tank, apparently, in whatever language he speaks.
That's a nice thing to do, though.
Yeah.
That's a nice thing. There are friendly people on the road. Yeah, but the way that guy kind of tried to explain to you, oh man, yeah, no, that's horrible. I don't know what's wrong with that guy.
It's like, now when I was a kid, I remember we were at a Macca's car park, and the car next to us left their drink on the top of their car.
Oh,
And my parents did the same thing. They rolled down their window, didn't say a word,
Yeah.
and were just like. And then I eventually had to be like, and they're like, oh, okay. It was a white family too.
yeah. And then they took it down.
Yeah. Maybe we just panic in the situation. We don't know what to don't know what to say.
I remember, yeah, the last time I got told to pull my windows down was when I was on the freeway and then exited out of the freeway, and this car pulled up next to me and he's just like, put it down. And so I put it down. He's like, your rear lights aren't working. And I was just like, oh. And those are like the worst type of cars, right? The ones that have no backlights and they're on the freeway. So every time they brake, you just never know because they don't have any backlights. So yeah, that's a nice thing of that guy, whatever he did. But
Nah,
yeah.
you knew. You were just too cheap to fix it. You
I
you
didn't know.
knew.
I want to because this is a fresh graduates podcast.
Program.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep messing that up. I want to like get into every like aspect of our high school and then kind of bring in, kind of maneuver our way around like how we can talk about it now and I don't know, give some entertainment to our listeners, man. So I want to bring this one up. The first time you got a detention, do you remember the first time you got a detention?
You know,
Or
I
do you
was-
guys remember when you got
I was
your first
thinking about
detention?
this for the past 2 days, and I couldn't come up with anything until
Today.
5 seconds ago.
Oh.
And it was in primary school,
Uh-huh.
and I cried.
Oh.
Actually, all right. Now that I think about it, I remember 2 instances.
Oh.
So the first one was we were all supposed to go to the library because our school didn't have a library. So
Yeah.
we'd all like get together after lunch and get on the bus
Mm.
to go to the library. And me and this guy called Steven,
Hey, shout out Steven.
we continued playing on the monkey bars,
And you got a detention
and we missed the bus to
to the library.
the library. So I remember walking back to the classroom, and I heard the news, and I started sooking like crazy.
Oh no.
And yeah, I got a detention for it, for not being punctual.
Oh, that's so mean. So then that time in the monkey bars, was it worth it?
I mean, it was worth it. Monkey bars are good fun. The second time,
Yeah.
me and some other guy was racing to our classroom,
Yeah.
and I got there first. And you know those doors where they have like the thing that makes it close slowly,
Yeah.
like it automatically closes.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I got through the door first,
Yeah.
and I pushed the door to try and stop
Oh,
the other guy.
and he got
from,
stuck.
No, to try and stop the other guy from getting in. And I pushed it so hard that the thing snapped. The door
Oh, it's
snapped.
expensive.
Yeah.
Oh.
I broke the door and I cried as well.
Oh no.
because-
And they gave you a detention.
Yeah, I got
for
a
that?
detention for it.
That's a bit. Wait, that's all not Heathdale. That's for sure.
Yeah, that's primary school.
Oh my goodness. But that's the first time you got a detention.
I cried,
right?
yeah. There's this one other time which I probably shouldn't say because it's kind of weird.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm not. Do you want me to say it? We can bleep it out if you.
Nah, keep going.
All
Keep
right.
going. Or do you want me to tell my
I'll
story
tell this
first?
one first because
Okay.
it's kind of messed up. I was in line with this guy called Eric, and I accidentally grabbed his penis.
How do you accidentally grab it?
Well, I did, right, and then I squeezed it. I swear on my life. And then he told his parents. His parents told the principal, and I got a detention for it.
That one is good enough that you deserve. He must have pissed you off. Did you piss him off?
I didn't grab it in like a bad way.
Oh,
It was just like
you're just
kind of
curious.
like you know how those white guys who play footy is just like, yeah, mate, how are you? And they just grab each other's asses and stuff.
Yeah, but this.
Yeah, but instead I grabbed the front part.
And how did is it Eric?
Yeah, it's
How
Eric.
did Eric react to that?
Yeah, I don't know because I didn't know what I was doing either. So I think after I grabbed it, I
That's a pretty ballsy story to tell me. Yeah.
ballsy, huh? Yeah, it was a.
How do
Yeah, I
you?
guess you could say my childhood was a little bit weird.
What school is that?
Sunshine.
Sunshine. Hey, that's why they're teaching you stuff there when you're really young. Oh my, that's a worrying story. That one.
I haven't touched another penis since, if anyone's wondering.
It's all right. We're gonna beep everything out, so you guys just have to.
I don't think that part. I think that part's fine.
No, that part's fine, but I think we'll beep it out, and you guys try to figure out what Kevin touched. I think that's a good
Oh, I
one.
should have said a girl name. Yeah.
Um,
All right, your turn.
My first detention, and I'm sure you've already heard it, but I'm gonna just say it for the sake of the listeners. We were waiting for the school bus. So I went to Heathdale pretty young, so I went to Heathdale when I was in year 3, and we were waiting for the school bus. So we were at the basketball courts, just waiting, just gonna see like what's happening, why the bus wasn't going. Anyways. So I'm playing basketball by myself with my small ass ball because it wasn't a normal size ball. And then some of these big kids just came out of nowhere, just like, "Oh, why are you playing basketball with a small ball?
You loser."
Yeah, and they're like literally like
Can't
trying to
even
make
dunk
fun
it.
of me. And I'm just like, I don't care. Just leave me alone. I just want to play. I'm playing at this basketball court by myself. And then what they do is they grab my ball and they like boot it. They boot this ball. It goes onto the roof of the school. And I was so pissed off. And you know, back then, like whatever your parents give you, you have to take care of it, man, because you're gonna cop it. And I'm just like, oh, this guy. And I'm like, I can't do anything. I gotta ask like the maintenance guy to get the ball, and it's already after school hours. So I'm just like, oh, I gotta do it tomorrow. And the bus still isn't there. And then this guy, while he booted my ball, then grabs his own basketball and then starts playing on the other court. I'm like, oh, this guy is a real asshole, man. So what I do is I just grab a big ass rock, right? I grab this huge rock, but this shows my passion for basketball. It's not my
Shows how
passion.
strong you are at that age too, man.
It must have not been a big rock, but yeah, it was. It's probably like half of my head, the size of it, and I'm just like, I can't do anything. I'm gonna play basketball. We're still waiting for the bus. I'm gonna just shoot with this huge ass rock, and in my like stupidity,
from the ghetto, bro.
I don't know what I was thinking. So that guy that booted my ball, he's playing on the court, on a court with his ball, and I'm just like, I'm gonna play on his court as well. I chuck this huge rock into the ring, goes in. Just don't forget that it goes in.
Man, you were strong.
Yeah, but then it drops and smacks this guy on the head, the guy that booted my ball. And honestly, you deserved it, bro. I'm not gonna say your name, but you know who you are.
Does he?
I have a feeling he won't remember, but you know who you are, all right?
Congrats on getting engaged, I think. By the way.
He had the biggest like bump. It was purple. It was literally purple, like here. Or was it here? Because you could see it. Yeah.
Damn, he nearly killed someone.
Honestly,
in year 2.
but you know, like I get dobbed on, and that's the slang back then. You know, don't dob on me. But yeah, I got dobbed on. My teacher speaks to me the next day, and luckily this teacher, shout out to Mrs. Robaski. You don't know who that is, Kev. This is year 4, but shout out Mrs. Robaski. Dude, this teacher loved me so much. She was like, "All right, I'll give you like,
Kiss.
I'll give you like an off. Like it's a warning. Don't worry. This is just one thing. You know, obviously it's not your fault. He shouldn't have booted your ball. Blah blah blah." And then I'm like, sweet. And then that very next lunchtime, right? This one girl wanted to play basketball with all of us for some reason, with all the boys. And the entire time she's just like, pass me the ball, pass me the ball. And we just didn't even want this girl to come play basketball with us. And then so what I did was I grabbed this ball and I chucked it. I chucked it at her face. And she like, it smacked her on the face. And she started crying, went to the same teacher, Mrs. Robaski, and then I got a detention. Deservingly.
Sorry, man.
And it was the same lunchtime when that Mrs. Robaski already like let me off. And I was just like,
you're playing blackjack and you tried hitting on 17. That's what you were doing.
That's a good way to put it. But
so how long was your detention?
It's lunchtime, isn't it?
Oh, that's it?
Yeah. Why? How long is it?
No, I was just wondering. Because you nearly killed someone. And you
I should have went to jail.
Yeah. You nearly killed someone and then you just threw a ball at a girl's face.
When I was younger, I got real anger management issues, man. But I from my memory, didn't we do detention together? Were you there that time?
For
when we got caught for the ditching assembly? Were you there for that?
Might have been.
I swear.
What year?
It was like year 10, year 11,
Probably.
year 9. And it was so bad. We went in during the holidays. Do you remember that?
Oh no, that wasn't me. I don't remember ever coming in during the holidays.
Okay. Well, yeah, that's another.
I was very goody baby back then.
Oh, as if you didn't come with us, anyways.
Oh, you had to spend holidays at school, so.
So, what's your advice for kids that get into detention?
Don't touch other people's penises. Number 1. And yeah, just when you're young, you can be a bit naive, be a bit energetic, be a bit discovering. What's a good word for that?
Adventurous.
Explorious.
Yep, adventurous.
Yeah, just do whatever. You're young. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I definitely.
He nearly killed a guy, and you only got a lunchtime. Yeah, well.
You did a Kevin Spacey.
Yeah, I went full Kevin Spacey. I only got a lunchtime.
But the difference
as well.
is you guys are the same age, so it's a bit different. Kevin Spacey is like 30
and I didn't
years.
grope as hard either.
I can't get over that situation. That's the first time you've told me that, and I feel a bit uncomfortable now.
Well, tricksters always trick people, don't they?
I just in line and you just like get so pissed. Oh wait, yeah, you guys have to figure out what it is.
Imagine the kid, right? You're like, oh cool, this is like one of the best actors of all time, and I just get to go, maybe watch some movies with him.
Yeah. No, and they're balling. They're like, oh, I'll take you to Adventure Park. I'll take you to this.
Yeah, imagine you're Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
And you're like,
Neverland.
Hey kids, I'll take you to
Neverland. You want to meet Tito? Is it Tito? I don't know.
Well, what's Tito?
It's like someone that was acquainted with Michael Jackson. I don't know.
Some weirdo. Jeffrey Epstein. But yeah, imagine that.
I would for sure.
Yeah, I would.
Oh my gosh. Well, I mean, look, man, the Macaulay Culkin guy never even said anything, and he spent the most time with Michael Jackson. And look how well he turned out.
Maybe that's because he got paid the most.
Look how well he turned out. That's very true. I definitely think don't take school seriously.
Honestly, get as much detentions as you want. It does not matter.
And how does that transfer into corporate life?
Well, rules are meant to be broken. People fraud their taxes, people run red lights, people speed, people do a bunch of crazy things. Rules are meant to be broken.
Do you think there's a strong correlation with how you are in school life versus how you are in the outside world?
I feel people change quite a lot after school
Uh,
because let's just say in uni, the weirdos hang out with all the weirdos. So
yeah,
yeah,
that's true.
because you know how when you're in high school,
Yeah.
if you like this one weird thing, no one else likes it,
yeah,
and you just go to uni and you just
to find out other people like playing
find,
Yu-Gi-Oh or
find
something,
your weirdo group.
playing Bakugan. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I do. Blades. They got banned at my primary school.
Oh, for real? Remember when we used to play poker? I miss those days, man.
My Mario Kart.
Yeah, those things don't definitely translate into your work life.
Stay in school, kids.
Yeah, stay in school and work hard. Yeah, no, dude, you know what's something I'm like struggling with now at work? I realize my like way to focus. I have such a hard time. I used to think that like because I feel like our generation, it's so easy for us to multitask and do like so many things. But I reckon when you do so many things, you can't do like 100% on like small things. And especially in my job, dude, I'm like copping it so hard. I'm just like, oh, I want to do this. I want to do this. Oh, I forgot to do that. I forgot to do that.
I've always been told multitasking is bad.
Oh, you reckon?
Because you're not focusing on one task with 100%.
Yeah. That is an
your
interesting
brain.
thought. You know, that's the one thing when you said like, what was it, Kev? You said, however you do anything.
How you do anything is how you do everything.
Yeah, dude, that stuck with me for a minute,
I'm just
man.
writing a book.
Let's go back to high school and
See,
let's
this was
say
our issue in
graduation.
high school. We tried to multitask way too much in high school. I was
Yeah.
trying to study for 9-10 subjects at the same time.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I was like trying not to just study anything, and I couldn't even study. I was just like, this was my studying system. I was like, I study for 30 minutes, I get to play games for 2 hours.
That was legit me as well.
I was just like, this is gonna work. This is gonna work. And
Cue the episode of Inbetweeners where Will's studying in the library and he's saying, it's not going in.
How's your revision going?
Yeah, not bad, pretty good. Got an excellent schedule sorted, colour-coded and balancing my time well. Got some drinks here to help, Pro Plus, that sort of thing.
Right.
And nothing's f***ing going in.
Oh, we'll put that somewhere.
All right.
Yeah.
I haven't watched the Inbetweeners, but
But no, I
Sounds
did
good.
the exact same thing.
yeah.
I was like, all right, I'll study for half an hour, play on my phone for an hour.
Yeah.
I'll study for half an hour.
I remember my favorite thing was the ATAR calculator in year 12.
Oh yeah, well, 40 for methods, 40 for English, yeah.
And
85 ATAR, not bad.
some that is what you call, guys, straight delusion. Definitely don't go on that ATAR calculator. That doesn't translate to anything. It's even if you get those scores, I don't think that's actually the ATAR that you're gonna get. I think there's a lot that it determines.
It depends on the people, like your
School,
year
yeah,
and everything.
Yeah, everything.
Maybe one of our future guests can explain that stuff more deeply.
Someone that's actually smart. We need to get someone that got an ATAR above like
12.
90 or something. Yeah. Who can we get?
We're
Someone
not
that's-
friends with any of them. We bullied them.
No, and we you know how you were saying before, like you're friends with the weirdos.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are our friends, all weirdos.
Yeah.
Got all below like 30.
60s, 50s. But yeah, what's your issue with work and multitasking?
Yeah, like I can't focus on anything, dude. And it's with architecture. I'm I know this sounds so stupid, but I realize with architecture, it's like the detail is in everything, and the more that you like try to just pass over a certain area, then it's like it tends to be more crappier. So you got to be more focused on like 100% in one area and then move on to the next kind of thing, rather than just be like, oh, this is how the building looks. Oh, that's it. That's it. I realize the good things, man, like good architecture. I don't want to go into a whole rant here, but good architecture is like noticing like little details and like the builder and the architect kind of like working together, and you know, like they show details in the small things, not in the larger things, and that shows good architecture. That's my thing. I don't know, I just had to say that.
Can I tell you a story?
Yeah, go
at my
ahead.
work that's kind of similar.
Oh,
So
okay.
you know how with graphics operating, you have to notice spelling mistakes and a bunch of
Yeah.
stuff because you obviously don't want all that to go on air.
Yeah.
we were interviewing someone for Channel 7
Mm.
and I was doing the graphics on that day. And the guy's name was James Cummings.
Mm-hmm.
And then I get to his graphic.
Oh.
I read it. This is maybe 3 seconds before it's going on there. And it says James Cumming. And there's no S on the end.
Oh god.
So I'm like, oh crap. So I had to
Text
quickly,
him?
I had to quickly like go into the app and change it.
Oh wow, you
then-
had to do it.
Yeah.
And then do you have to report that?
No, because I made the graphic.
Oh.
I obviously didn't look at it earlier.
Oh.
But I fixed it.
Oh,
I had the
good-
biggest
good detail,
little
man.
panic heart attack there.
Oh my gosh.
But thankfully it wasn't a live show, so you can edit it afterwards.
Yeah,
But still, it's something you don't want to get wrong.
Yeah, and then
'cause you look
plus-
like a tosser.
no, and plus that like small quick thing that you did, it would have saved you like 2 minutes of 3 minutes editing. So that's
Well, I
good.
wasn't editing it anyway, so
Ah.
but save that guy some time.
Yeah, like, man, I realized, I know this is stupid, but when I work before, I always have like YouTube vids running in the background. Now I'm just like, just music. I can't have anything else running in the background,
And
or else I'm
probably
gonna,
why I missed that graphic earlier was because I was on my phone or
yeah.
doing YouTube or checking something earlier. So
I swear it's our generation. I don't think like the older generation does that. Like they're more, I don't know.
well, they grow up without phones and
Yeah.
all that stuff. They have to focus on their job. They have nothing else to to think about when they're at work.
Yeah, I remember Bill Burr, he was saying this story, Kev, when it was like, oh, like when I was a kid, we had no games, we had nothing. So what we would do is we go outside, climb a tree. And I was just like, I remember doing that as well, because it's not like we fully grew up with the internet as well. There was like a time where it was like, yeah, did you ever do that? Did you ever climb trees? And
I didn't
stuff?
climb trees. I was riding bikes by myself or trying to ride bikes by myself.
You still can't ride a bike.
Uh-huh.
Oh, you're so cute.
And
We-
yeah, I
we
was an
gotta
only
teach
child, so I was
Kev.
just doing a bunch of weird stuff, just climbing on stuff in the house.
But I swear that stuff, that's like, it helps with your motor skills. It helps like your, like how you interact with other people, I think. I feel like with, man, how weird are the kids that are going to grow up nowadays?
Yeah, they just come out with a phone
Oh, did you
ready
see
to
this
go.
latest TikTok?
Show me this TikTok.
Oh,
Let's
so
sit in the same room and message each other.
yeah. Bro, remember like on the DS when Picto Chat
Yeah,
came out, and then we're just like, oh, this is the sickest thing. We're like messaging from there to there.
yeah. Man, those were some good
Oh
days.
man, the memories are coming back. Ah, yeah.
But yeah, old people don't have to worry about a lot when they're at work,
Mm.
especially when they're in the mines or whatever jobs that. they
Did you
did
just say
back
the
then.
mines?
Yeah.
Wait,
What?
why did you say the mines?
Like they're mining for iron and all that stuff.
Oh wait, I'm gonna tell before we move on to the next like bit, but because you were talking about old people, I remember the first time I like we were going to a site for work, like a work site, and then my boss was just like, "Oh, you guys just like hop into my car, and then we'll like drive to the spot."
Yeah.
We we hop in his car. I'm just like, I'm so keen to like know what type of music this guy like listens to. I'm just like, oh, maybe like I don't know, like Michael Jackson or something, whatever. And he's just gonna play it in the
I think
background.
I know
right?
what he's going to listen
Oh,
to.
what do you think he starts listening to?
TNT. Oi. Oi. Oi.
No, it wasn't. It was this. That was like the worst violin. But dude, it was like old classical music. This guy was listening
Damn,
to.
is this guy a serial killer?
Yeah. And I was like, wow. And it was like the type of classical music where like people are like
Opera.
Yeah, but then there's this guy is there's violin and piano. Yeah. It was that stuff in the background. Oh my goodness.
Wow, what a weirdo, bro.
Dude, heads up to my my employer or my boss, man, this guy's a genius, bro. Literally, like the smallest detail, he will like. But that's that's why
Maybe
he's
what
that's
keeps
why
him
he's a
from-
millionaire, bro.
from multitasking. He's got that white noise in the background, like this podcast actually.
Yeah, keep us in the background, you guys. Yeah, maybe that's why he's a genius. I don't know, man. And he was saying that his wife. Oh, this is a good.
My wife.
This is another good point. His wife, right? Did this study that apparently when you teach kids from like 0 to 5, oh, not 0, from like 3 to 8 years old, like classical instruments, like there's something that correlates with them and they're like genius, kind of like, I don't know.
I always get
intellectual.
told that 3 to 5 is the age where kids learn the most, where they pick up
Oh, really?
like the most skills
Yeah.
and lifestyle habits that set them up for lifetime. So yeah, maybe that has to do with it.
No, 100%. Because like he was saying that his wife runs like this school, and all like the like apparently like people in like the political like atmosphere, like in Victoria, like some of their kids go to it, and then some what's the premier's name?
Dan Andrews.
Yeah, his kid apparently went to it like ages ago, and then like some
Good guy, Dan.
yeah, and so a lot of like Jews go to it, and he was saying, I don't know, I just had to say it, but you know they're
What
they're
instruments
smart.
do they play?
I don't know, but like yeah, apparently
say,
she teaches him, and then like they grow up to be a genius, and then
Instruments?
instruments, yeah, and it has to be like classical, something to do with classical music. And dude, this kid's like daughter, right, bro? One is like, in the Boston, like
Boston.
what is it? You know the one with the mechanics and everything, the Boston Robotics. That's one daughter. She
okay.
like works and studies in like that field, and then the other one like literally studies stars, and like is like trying to calculate like how much.
Astrology.
Yeah, like that stuff.
What are
And-
you? PCs?
Oh no, not that.
Oh.
Is it Sagittarius?
Oh, Sagittarius.
Saga. No, yeah, dude. Like, and obviously the mom did it to the kids, like you know, made them grow up with classical, and they ended up like becoming like geniuses.
Are they
bro.
weirdos? The kids? The kids?
Nah, I mean they got like husbands and everything.
Oh,
So
but our husbands are probably weirdos. too.
yeah, who knows? But yeah.
Well, I
don't
mean,
know.
look, let's play the other side here.
Okay.
I learned classical music when I grew up as well, and I'm a bit
Dude,
of
look at you.
I'm a bit of a dumbass. So
Mm,
doesn't that balance out?
But did you like?
I learned violin around 7 or 8.
But were you like consistent with it?
Yeah, for the first 5 years I was.
Oh, so you were like doing lessons, everything.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. But maybe it has to be earlier. Maybe like that's why like she was saying, he was saying, sorry, like 3 to like 5 or something, 3 to 8. So, but man, when I get kids, there's 3 things I'm making my kids go into.
Okay, hold on. There's one I think we have to agree on.
Yep. 3. Say it. 3, 2, 1.
Swimming.
Golf.
Okay.
Swimming, everyone
No,
has.
swimming is so important.
No, swimming. It's part of the school curriculum. Like you're gonna
No,
have
no,
to.
I want
learn
my
it.
kids to learn swimming.
Yeah. What about golf?
Oh, I don't know. I feel a kid going into golf would be super, super depressing.
Oh, you reckon?
Because those kids, like those PJ professionals, when they were kids, they were playing every day
Yeah,
after
yeah.
school and
Because
every
I feel
Sunday.
like not even to make it professionally. I think it's just like such a good skill to
And
have.
then you miss one putt, and then that
Man,
putt
you
costs
get-
you like $50,000
and then you get
or
bashed up by your
$500,
dad.
$500,000.
But yeah, there's 3 things if
Yeah,
I would
alright.
put my kids into. It would be golf, learning a classical instrument,
Yep.
and then if it's a girl, ballet.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah, ballet or some sort of dancing. Cause yeah, like my boss was saying, apparently dancing as well, it has something to do with like your coordination and motor skills. It really helps the kids. So
Well, we're just grateful our parents got us to this country. We know kids, so our kids can live the good life. We're just happy to be here. In all
did you
honesty.
play? Did your parents get you into sport? Like how did you get into? Cause you love soccer.
Yeah.
How did you get into it?
Oh, I'm from a friend in high school.
Yeah, how?
Oh, he just asked me, "Oh, you want to play soccer for my team?"
Oh no way! And you
Yeah.
never played?
No, I played casually. I wasn't.
Oh, at lunchtime. And
Yeah, I
stuff.
wasn't like some, like next coming of Messi. So yeah, that's how I got into it.
Oh.
And I enjoyed it. But you should play sport from a young age.
I think
too.
sport, yeah. Some sort of like team sport coordination.
What age did you start throwing rocks?
The first time I started playing ball, I got the room basketball thing, the one that you like hang on your door, and then I started, dunking on that, and I was like, oh man, I'm gonna make it to the NBA, and then I realized like around grade 4,
Sorry, bro.
there's this one big black guy in our U level, and I was like, what? How do people like grow to that height? And dude, I literally didn't reach I mean, I didn't hit puberty until like year 6, year 7. Like I was so tiny, and right now I'm not even that tall still. But bro, I was no joke, like probably like 5 feet. So
Your genetics didn't support you for that sport. I'm
yeah.
sorry, man.
No,
It's not meant to be.
I don't understand with Filipino. Like I love basketball and I love the pride that Filipinos have for basketball, but it's just not in our genes. We're not meant to be basketball.
All the tall ones are mixed.
Oh
Yeah, like
Filipinos.
Andre Blatch and
Yeah, Jordan
guys,
Clarkson.
Jordan Clarkson.
You know, there's no one else.
What is your national sport? Like, serious question.
You know, it has to be basketball. Has to be
But
basketball.
you're crap at basketball.
Yeah, but it has to be basketball. Like if you're a Filipino and you don't play basketball, it's like you either, if you're Filipino, you either got to sing, you got to play an instrument,
or
you
you're
gotta-
living off the rubbish dump.
you got to be
Very
poor,
options.
and you got to play basketball. It's one of those things. There's no other way around it. So if you're neither of those, you weren't born in Philippines. I don't know, man. You're not a Filipino, I guess.
What about? Don't a lot of Philos get into boxing now because of
No,
Manny?
this is the thing. Like,
Is that just a stereotype?
I don't know what to compare it to. It's just like black people saying they love golf. I mean, like, not saying golf.
Tiger.
It's just one person that made it like really famous, which is Tiger Woods. But you're not gonna say, oh, black people like are like golfers. Like, are there any good golf like black people?
Yeah,
there
there's
right
a
now?
couple.
Yeah, but like not on the level of Tiger Woods. I don't think
Yeah,
so.
no one's no
And
one's.
see,
on the
I don't
level of
think
Tiger
there's
Woods.
gonna be another. Or like, you know, I hope so, but I don't think there's gonna be another one that's as good as Pacquiao. Like literally, 8 different weight divisions champions.
8.
Yeah, 8. Dude.
What the? I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's a proper Hall of Famer, bro. 8.
What the?
Yes, 8.
Is he your president? What's going on there?
He's trying to be a politician. I don't know anything about Filipino politics, so.
I know something about Filipino politics.
What is it?
There was this one guy from a while ago. This was during COVID, and he just walked around and just shot everyone who had cocaine and stuff.
Yep.
I don't know his name.
Duterte.
Probably like Iglesias or something.
President Duterte. And I have no idea. I don't want to play politics here, but apparently he did some good for our country. You know, he cleaned up the streets, no drugs,
Yeah, just
no rubbish. It's a lot cleaner now. And
'cause he threw everyone
dude,
underground.
you know what? I'm so glad if we ever go back to Philippines, you wouldn't have seen it like back then. When you go now, it's so much more cleaner. Obviously, it's not to the cleanliness of Australia, but if you if you went back then, oh, dude.
Nah, I kind of want to see things at its original setting.
Oh, like, bro, in our lifetime, we're going to Philippines, me and you. I'm telling you right now, for sure. Like, there's no way that you're not going.
Okay,
'Cause
fine.
you have to go and you have to experience it, man. I mean, when we were in Singapore, our best time was around Filipino people, wasn't it? And we'll leave it at that.
Okay.
With China, what's their national sport?
Dude, so,
Wait, let me guess. Has to be like badminton. Or something.
dude, the Chinese, right? As soon as the kid comes out, I swear they come out of the womb like holding either goggles or a badminton racket or
Goggles.
yeah, it's like swimming.
They're good at swimming.
Yeah, they're good at all right. They're good at Olympic swimming. All the crap you see on like Bondi Rescue and all that, those are just the Chinese who didn't qualify for those Olympic events.
Wait, what
but
do you mean? The
Olympic
people
swimming-
drowning in Bondi?
Yeah, but Olympic swimming, for some reason, China is so good at badminton, ping pong.
Oh yeah, ping pong. Yep.
All
yep.
the Australian representatives of badminton and ping pong, they're all Chinese.
Oh yeah. I mean that's unfair. It should be an Australian representing.
Yeah, stealing those jobs too.
What about
Bloody eyes.
So swimming? Is it like team swimming or is it?
Oh,
Oh, well, really?
China's just
How many golds have you guys won?
I don't know.
Do you know?
Well, usually when it's Olympic time, we're top 5.
Yeah.
Oh
you-
wait, they're top 5.
All right, so let's
Crap.
go with
Oil.
Vietnam. All right, what's their national sport?
Picking rice off the farm.
Bro, Vietnam makes some good rice, huh? All right, give me some facts about Vietnam. Am I even saying it right? Vietnam or?
So Vietnam was supposed to
Vietnam.
have a Formula One Grand Prix during the COVID year,
Yeah.
but then COVID happened, and then for some reason they never came back.
And give me some facts about Vietnam.
Facts
man.
about Vietnam. Every Vietnamese person has
Bad.
buck teeth. In Chinese, me and my parents, we call them watermelon peelers
Oh,
because you use your front two teeth to
all
eat
right.
the watermelon.
Well, this one that that is. You're definitely gonna have an apology video pretty soon.
what?
I don't know who's gonna have one soon. Who's gonna have one first? But man, I cannot wait for that day because
What have I said wrong?
I'm just saying I just can't wait for that day because I know the real viewers will know that that apology isn't sincere and we'll just move on.
I mean, when I apologize, I feel like I'm always very sincere. So I honestly don't know what you're talking about,
Yeah.
and I don't really know what I've said wrong either. But yeah, Vietnam. You want some more facts? Yeah, average height there is probably 4'3".
We should make that's the segment that we should make. It should be like a history lesson, or we should do like a math lesson and then gives the
Alright,
viewers some
alright.
kind of like value. Oh,
Next
did
week.
you know that math was created by some Greek?
Einstein. They'll be.
Why is it such a stereotype that Asians are so smart? I don't get
Because
it.
we are smart. Well, some of us are.
I think that's the thing that we were talking about before we started this podcast. I think with white people, they've got connections. So in a way, they don't kind of have to make their way around society.
I think with Asian parents,
Mm.
basically, as soon as your kid comes out of the womb, you're getting them on an instrument,
Yeah.
and you're getting them on like tutoring and doing a
Yeah.
bunch of all that stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, the good Asian parents,
Yeah.
they create the smart kids.
Yeah, I guess so. But that's why I think with like Filipinos, we're so like mixed into whatever. Like we generally, not generally, we genuinely don't know what like part we're part of. Like we're like Polynesian, and then are we Asian or are we American? Like, cause we don't really have that. You're forced into tutoring. Like I feel like we're like there's Japs, there's Chinese, there's Viets, there's the Chinese, there's the Koreans. Like they're more like
What are you trying to say?
that Filipinos are just Pacific Islanders. That's what I reckon.
Okay.
We're just a mix of whatever.
Well, honestly, I feel sorry for your country. Your country got conquered by
Yeah,
eight
a
other
lot.
big countries.
No,
so-
and that's why we don't know our identity in a way. Did you know? Apparently, someone did a genealogy test with like Filipinos, and guess what is like the highest race that's mixed with Filipinos?
I want to say Spanish or Portuguese. Or
You would
Dutch.
think so, right? Or American, right?
Yeah.
Guess what it is? I'll tell you now. It's the Chinese.
Oh yeah, man.
Oh, so you are Chinese.
No, I'm just glad. Just happy you're mixed with one of the best people of all
But
time.
yeah, that's the thing, because I have a feeling the Chinese went down there too and did a little bit of pillaging.
Look, I'd like to say that, but I don't see any Filipinos with the surname of Zhang or Wang or Wong and Tong. So it's just mainly Spanish. So I don't think we did anything wrong. in all
Yeah, and
honesty.
you know,
I don't think
Philippines,
we went down there.
we have the oldest Chinatown in the world. Did you know that? That's crazy. There you go. See? And bro, when I went to Philippines, there was some Filipinos that looked legit Chinese. Legit
There
Chinese.
are people that look Chinese everywhere, though. In
Yeah,
every
and
country,
You,
I
know
feel.
what? You're probably true. Yeah, Chinese is probably the most mixed with all the other races.
Isn't there that Chappelle bit where he's like, everyone just looks Chinese no matter what country they're from? Am I thinking of the wrong
But
comedian?
that's like so racist, though. Because you can easily tell a Japanese from a Korean.
Yes. I can always tell a Chinese, though.
Do you reckon white people can tell the difference between?
No, they 100% can't. Because I've asked whites, like, what do you think he or she is? And they're like, oh, I don't know, probably Chinese. I'm like, dude, that guy's like Korean.
You're obviously Vietnamese or something. Come on, but I can't tell the difference between white people. Can you? Like, can you tell an Aussie from an American?
Without surnames, without
Just looking at them.
without like them talking, nah, I can't.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
With Asian, it's so distinguishable, I think. You reckon? Nah.
No, it definitely is. The big five countries like China, Japan, Korea, those countries I can always tell.
Yeah.
And Indonesians. But when it comes to like Burmese or the
Dude,
smaller Asian countries,
Filipinos.
I have no idea.
No, Filipinos are so easy to spot.
Yeah.
Because we
You're a
don't
big
even.
country though.
I don't think so. We don't even look. We don't look Asian, dude. In all honesty. All right.
Yeah, you look like Drake.
Right. I think we look more like Spanish, but then with a hint of like ching chong eyes.
Spanish for tan.
And then like yeah, just burnt off a little bit. Yeah, that's our history lesson. Don't. Oh my gosh.
We'll have a better segment prepared next week.
Yeah, we should. Oh, we should do like a guess what country I'm from. I'm gonna say like this.
All right.
We should do that. I want to go into this next segment. Hopefully we're not taking too much
That's
of
a good
everyone's
idea,
time.
actually.
Yeah, that's a good one, huh? And then you're racist if you think the other like another country.
Yeah. And we can't say it. We just gotta. All right. For next time.
Next one. This is one thing I wish, and I've said this before. I wish I could change if we could go back to high school, because talking about the like our attention span. Do you reckon if we didn't play so many games, our attention span would be a lot better? But then it's also, I reckon, if we didn't play so many games, our friendships with everyone else wouldn't be so close as well. What do you reckon?
Dude, if I could
It's like
go
a balance,
back, if I could go back to high school, I would tell my parents to ban all games. In all
You
honesty,
reckon?
it was the biggest distraction for me. Not that ATAR and studying really matters, but it was just
If anything, I would go 100 times more on it.
like honestly, what do we gain out of games?
Yeah, that's the thing
Looking
that
back now, like all those hours of Call of Duty and
Yeah.
2K, like, what did we gain from it?
yeah, I think that's what gets me. Like
I
if
got quick reflexes now.
like for example, if we
I can
compare it
shoot
to 100 hours of climbing trees. All right? At least you can climb a tree well. Like that actually translates into like real life.
Like imagine we swapped 100 hours of COD into reading
Yeah.
or like chess
Yeah,
or learning an instrument.
literally. And that's the next
We
segment that
wouldn't
I
even
wanted
be
to
doing
go.
this podcast, bro.
I think so. No, look, there's pros and cons, but I think reading is one of the big ones. Like, what how do you feel like with reading now? Like, so you have a Kindle.
Yeah, I love reading now. It's one of the best purchases I've ever made, the Kindle.
Yeah,
in all
this guy
honesty.
got me on the Kindle too, because I saw how much he was reading. And I was like, oh, and it's the best thing ever. It's makes everything so much more easier because you can read it in your bed, whatever. But so you would read from a very young age.
Yeah.
Can I tell you a story that I was quite traumatized about reading? That's why I don't read now. No, I read now, but I didn't read when I was younger. So when I came into this country, wait, why are you laughing? When I came into this country, hear me out, man. This is a pretty sad story. When I came into this country, my mom knew my English wasn't there. You know what I mean? It's not all there. So she tried to homeschool me before I went into
That's a bad idea, bro.
going to school. And man, my attention span back then, like, was even worse than what it is now. And like, I could not sit still. And it's obviously not to games. I don't know. You're a kid, right? And so my mom brought this one book out, and it was A Bug's Life. A Bug's Life. And she had a ruler, and she was like, read this like sentence by sentence. And I promise you, I could not get through a paragraph. And every word that I got wrong,
Oh, she smacked you.
she smacked me. She smacked me hard, bro. She smacked me hard. And I was just like, in my Filipino accent, I can't do it. I
don't know
can't.
what I'm doing, man.
It is so hard. And so, yeah, man, like in a way, like I never liked reading because I was just like, it's a waste of time. What's the point of it? But yeah, I'm with you, man. Reading would have changed our lives, I reckon. I don't even know where we would be if we were reading.
But going back to what we said earlier, if we didn't play all those games and just read all the time, I don't think we'd be.
That's
as
the
close.
thing. There's this one guy in our year level. Every lunchtime, he would go and read in the library.
Yeah,
Right?
and I don't even know who you're talking about.
Yeah,
That's how much I don't.
Yeah,
remember this guy.
no one knew him. No one knew him.
Wait, who is it?
It was literally the smartest guy in A level.
Oh, right.
Yeah, and you remember he would go into the library and bro,
hey, I'm gonna read now.
these books were like this thick, and I promise you, he would get through it in a week. He was like, "Oh, I gotta read the next part of this book."
Every book every week.
Yeah, I was like, "I gotta read the next part of this book. I want to see what happens." And in a way, yes, like it's good he read, but then like versus friendship, I don't know.
Obviously, you need a
You
balance.
gotta balance.
Maybe
it.
you read first half of lunch,
So
and
you
come
say
out
you-
and play down ball second half.
Yeah, you're saying you wouldn't make your kids play games at all?
No, I don't want my kids playing games. In all honesty,
Mm.
I don't think I would give my kids a smartphone either until high school.
Yeah, I agree. I'm with that. But what about an iPad if they need it for?
Yeah, for school.
Yeah,
But
I would definitely give my kid an
But
iPad.
I see a lot of parents now who just like when their kids at a restaurant, they're just like, oh yeah, here, have this iPad and just play on it for hours.
Exactly.
I don't want that with
Yeah,
my kid.
that's horrible. Yeah,
So obviously, everything in life needs a bit of a balance.
bit of a balance, guys. But get into reading. Get a Kindle if you can. It'll help you, encourage you to read.
It's just so much easier with a Kindle
Where's
than
mine?
with. It is one of the best purchases I've ever made.
Here you go, boys. Right here. Get one. Get yourself one. Sponsor us. What is it? Amazon.
Yeah, Amazon. Thanks, Jeff. I know you're not there anymore, but thanks.
Oh, did he leave?
Yeah, he's like handed off main CEO
Wow.
to someone
Well,
else.
if you're,
Just too busy going into space and stuff.
was it him that's gonna fight, or it's Elon and
Elon and Zuck.
Zuck? What about Jeff and Elon? Who wins?
I don't know Jeff's training regime, but
He's pretty ja-
Jeff's pretty jacked.
Yeah, he's pretty jacked.
And he just got divorced. He's got a lot of anger in him,
Oh
maybe.
no way! Did he get a prenup?
That I don't know.
Oh,
I don't think so, because I remember reading
Jesus.
something about how he had to give away a bunch of moolah.
Oh, man. If you could, we're getting into an hour here, so I reckon we could.
So fast, man.
I know. I feel like I have like an hour left to talk about with you, and we just kind of got going. But I reckon we'll end it on this because this will be a good value for the people.
We say that.
We say that every week,
Yeah,
but
we say that.
do we actually give you guys value? I don't know.
Yeah.
If you could recommend one book to our listeners.
Oh, just one book? You gotta put me on the spot like that?
Okay, it doesn't have to be your favorite book,
Okay,
but just one book.
I think Outliers by Malcolm Gladwell
Yeah.
is my go-to book.
Uh.
I think I know what you're gonna say.
Yeah, but give me a rundown of what your
It basically talks about how all the people who are like really successful, such as Bill Gates. Actually, I'll use Bill Gates as an example. The reason Bill Gates was successful was because he had, what's the word? He put a lot of time into coding and stuff.
Yeah.
So Outliers is basically saying that you have to dedicate your whole life to.
Oh, that sounds interesting. I've never read that one.
So yeah, you got to dedicate your whole life to what you want to do to be successful. And in that book, they explain the 10,000 hour theory,
Yep.
which is you have to do something for 10,000 hours to be like proficient at it,
Yep.
at least.
The Beatles.
Yeah.
Apparently
Yeah.
they
They spoke about Beatles, Bill Gates, a
Mm.
bunch of other people as well that I can't remember. A bunch of sportsmen like Michael Jordan, 10,000 hours shooting hoops.
Do you think you have to love it though?
No, you don't have to love it,
Oh.
but if that's what you want to achieve,
Oh.
then you got to put the work in.
Oh, dude, you know what's another segment we should do? We should bring in a book and then we ask each other about it. Oh, Friday book clubs.
What are you? Oh, let me guess your book.
Yeah,
I think it's
it's
Atomic Habits.
easily.
100%. James Clear.
No, it's not.
Oh, it's not?
It's the Bible, dude.
Oh, no, yeah. You can't play those games, man.
Nah, it is.
Yeah.
It is Atomic Habits. I feel like that book changed my life. It's because for me, I'm naturally a lazy person.
Everyone is.
No, dude.
No, everyone is.
Dude.
No, trust.
No,
Everyone
no, bro. I don't think you know how lazy I can get.
No, trust.
Anyways.
Everyone is.
So like with the Atomic Habits, it literally like encourages you to pick up good habits that will actually improve your life. And I think reading was one of them. And I actually applied what they say in Atomic Habits to reading, and it actually worked. So yeah, it helps you just take it step by step. And I think the biggest thing I got from that book is like, try to improve even 1% every day.
The 1% theory.
Yeah.
Yep.
Even if for 1%, because in a span of
100 days, you'll be 100% better.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go.
Because
And
everyone's
you'll become an outlier.
it's kind of the same, huh?
Yeah.
I want to read that book. That's
Yeah,
a
you
good
should.
one.
It's a good book.
Did you just read that recently, or?
No, I read this 3 years ago.
Oh. Yeah, and like with the
So I kind of forgot everything.
with the Atomic Habits, it's life changing, man. You guys read it whenever you have a chance.
Honestly,
James
buy a
Clear.
Kindle because it changes your life.
It's hard because like people are like, oh, I like the feeling of a book, and plus a Kindle is like 200. How much is it? $250.
Yeah, but then you just end up saving money because books are cheaper on there anyway.
Yeah, it's a hard gamble for people, but for me, it's just like I like kind of reading in bed,
Yep.
and then I don't like I have to, like, in my way, and then you can highlight on the Kindle. And then you have the night light. You don't even need a light. And it's more better for your eyes.
For me, I like sometimes reading 2-3 books at the same time. So you don't have to carry around 2-3 books and you just flip it. Flip it straight on the Kindle.
Yeah, that's
so simple.
That was one of my favorite things too. Like with architecture books, they tend to be like literally like this big and like this thick. So I'm like, I don't want to carry that. Just pop it on your Kindle, bang, bang.
Yeah, and people have the excuse about how they don't read their Bible because it's too big. Now we have no excuses. It's on our
Put it
Kindle.
on your Kindle,
Yeah,
man.
we're supposed to read it every day, but
Put your devotions on there, yeah. Read your Bible, read a book, and what else did we talk about today? Sardines. Don't pack things into
honestly, to all the parents listening,
Stop.
don't drop
Use another container.
don't drop your baby, and make sure they pick up some instrument or sport. From
Yeah,
a
that's
very
a good
young
one.
age.
Hey, there you go.
And then that way you can work out if your baby's actually a flop or not.
And we'll list down all of the scholarly articles and the research all behind
Yeah.
what's
Oh yeah, definitely.
underneath. It's just gonna be our TikTok and our Spotify. Yeah, follow Kevin's TikTok, man. This guy's on
I started
another.
a TikTok, everyone.
This guy's on another. He's on a vibe, man. He's picking up what TikTok actually is. So,
You have a password for your Kindle?
yeah, I do. Any ending remarks, Kev?
Oh yeah,
before we head
actually,
off?
I do have one. David had a very tough week last week. Not only because he had diarrhea, but also because he's recently started getting into football, and his football team lost by 130 points last Saturday. And the sad part is that loss knocked them out of the finals. So now they're going another year without finals. The last time they won a final was actually in 2004. So it's been 20 years since they've done anything relevant in finals football. So it's been a very tough week for David. I just want to give him my condolences, my apologies.
It's all right. My favorite player, Darcy Parish.
Yeah, it wasn't good that night, but no one was good that night. But it'll be okay.
Yeah, I just looked that guy's name up, so
No,
I
you
didn't. I didn't know anyone, but I might start picking up footy just to kind of learn it for the sake of
Got to teach him some lingo.
Kevin, and if you're a true Aussie, don't you reckon you gotta be a footy fan?
Yeah, you got to beat up your wife too.
And drink VBs.
Yeah, drink VB.
Alrighty. Anyways, we'll end it there. That was a good episode. We thank you guys for listening. We really do appreciate every single one of you, and hopefully by next year, man, we'll be reaching that 1K mark. But I have no hopes because I'm just here, and I have a fun time with.
Be optimistic, man. If we apply our atomic habits, and if we do this for 10,000 hours, our goals.
We're gonna
come.
get 10,000 views.
At least.
No, I just appreciate you, Kev, always being here, and
I appreciate you too.
yeah, I'm just glad. Don't touch me, I'm sweaty. It's so hot in this room, bro.
Oh,
Yeah, don't expect us to be back here in this room because this was a one-off for sure.
Yeah, we also didn't do our hair today, so
We forgot it.
we forgot a lot of things today.
Forgot it. Yeah, and always stay safe, you guys. We love you all. Stay blessed. And remember, practice gratitude.
Thanks, everyone. Have a good 3 weeks. We'll see you again soon.